This is Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything cloud gaming related, and today we're here with some more Stadia news. We'll be going over the latest This Week on Stadia blog post, but before we begin, we'll be taking a look at a few updates to upcoming titles. The first being Watch Dogs Legion. If you haven't heard already or seen the most recent trailer from Ubisoft, they have begun to show off what their post-launch support is gonna look like along with the story trailer. And let me just say, it actually looks pretty good. They're gonna be including online co-op for up to 4 players with co-op specific missions. This update will be launching December 3rd. Furthermore, they'll also have separate missions called Tactical Ops, and these missions are meant to be very challenging and require great efficiency and communication. It makes it sound a bit like a raid Watchdog style, and I have to say that seems pretty intriguing to me because I didn't know this was going to be a part of what they're offering. Aside from that, I do want to clarify that the open world will be fully co-op, so it's not just the mission set, but you can actually go and just roam around with your friends. And while you do so, you may run into some more dynamic events that are being added specifically for Watch Dogs Online. But let's say you're not the PvE type of player. Well, I'm happy to say that there are also PvP elements being added too. The first of which is Spider-Bot Arena. This is a high-intensity, free-for-all deathmatch for 8 players where everyone controls a spider bot and your only goal is to rack up as many kills as you can. The other is a Watch Dogs classic, and that's Invasion Mode. In this one, you'll be infiltrating another player's game and actually hacking them while they try and find out where you are. This one's actually quite a lot of fun, and if you haven't played it, I highly suggest you give it a go. It really does get pretty intense. And this is just the beginning, because they plan on continuously adding more to the online experience over time. Now, the last thing they talked about when it comes to Watch Dogs Legion is the Season Pass content, and as we know, you'll be able to play as the main protagonist from the original Watch Dogs in one of the DLC stories, but today they announced 2 other separate storylines that you'll get to play as a different character. The second of which is Wrench from Watch Dogs 2, but the third character storyline is the one that has me most hyped because it's from a crossover I've always wanted to see, and that's because we'll get to play as a character who's from the Assassin's Brotherhood, and her name is Darcy. I seriously can't wait to play this storyline because I always felt like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed could totally be in the same universe. But before we move on, there is one last Watch Dogs related thing to talk about, and that's the fact that the original Watch Dogs from 2014 will be included in the Season Pass. And yes, just in case you're wondering, the complete edition of it will be coming to Stadia. I know that's a lot of Watch Dogs news to take in at once, but they just released all this info yesterday and I know I had to cover it because a lot of people are hyped for this game. But now let's move on to the next title we're going to be talking about here, and that's Destiny 2. This year's Festival of the Lost event is now live, and with it are a bunch of new spooky items that you can earn. You can also expect plenty of new emotes, lost triumphs, and even modifiers for you to spice up the gameplay. Now, I should point out that if you want to participate in this event, you must have already escaped the Cosmodrome to unlock the tower, as well as achieve the power level of 770. At that point, you just have to go accept the quest line at the tower courtyard, and then you can begin your journey. This event will run until November 3rd, so be sure to check it out and not miss out. Now let's move on to the last game update I have to share with you all, and this is going to be a quick one as it revolves around an update for Ember. For this month's update, they added a new Ember Gigs mini campaign. Gaslight Inc. has reported gas leaks all over the city, and it's up to you to fix them. You'll be turning off gas lines, clearing gas from buildings, and saving new clients in a brand new mini campaign. If you complete all the missions, well, you're gonna be rewarded with a gas leak detection helmet, a brand new item to help you fight against gas. Aside of this, they've also done a lot of other quality of life changes as well as balances, and I'll be sure to link them all in the description below for you to check them out. I have to really say, I'm enjoying seeing Ember getting these consistent updates that are not just fixing issues with the game, but also adding more content. Big props to the developer out there, and I can't wait to see what else you have in store. But now it's time we move over to the latest Stadia community blog post this week on Stadia. Today's run-through won't take too long. We've already discussed the latest Destiny 2 update, and we've discussed quite a few of the other things on this blog post in yesterday's video. That said, there are some discounts I want to highlight, but before that, there is one more topic we need to discuss, and that's Baldurs Gate 3. This title has just launched on Stadia, and it has to be one of the more hyped releases the platform has seen to date. And that's for good reason. Despite being in early access, the file size limit on PC is reaching 150 gigabytes. Thankfully, us cloud gamers don't need to worry about hard drive space or making it fit on our SSD. Not only that, but it happens to be a title that isn't available on any console so far. Now, it should be noted that the game is releasing in an early access state, and I want to make sure that's clear to everyone. We can expect a ton of upgrades and refinements as well as new content as time progresses. But if you are buying this game, expect to run into some rough patches here and there. As a side note, I have already started playing the game and I will be giving you my impressions once I spend some more time with it. This is a game I have personally been very excited for and I can't wait to sink more hours into it. That said, if you have any questions about the game right now, be sure to put them down in the comments section below and I'll answer what I can. As for the second thing I want to highlight in this week's blog post, well, it's some special discounts for Stadia Pro members. With the release of Dead by Daylight on Stadia Pro, they have chosen to put a ton of the DLC on sale for Stadia Pro members. This includes the Chains of Hate chapter, Curtain Call, Cursed Legacy, Darkness Among Us, Demise of the Faithful, Of Flesh and Mud, Shattered Bloodline, and Spark of Madness for $4.19 US. You can also purchase the head case, the 80 suitcase, and the bloodstained sack for $179 US as well. If you're a fan of the game, be sure to check out the DLC, it's really good in this game and it'll be a great way to support the developers. Other than that, the other things that This Week on Stadia blog post ran through was the new Stadia Pro games that released this week as well as their new marketing ad. Overall, it's been a really solid week for Stadia and I can't wait to see what's in store for the next one. Anyhow, that's all the news I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is gonna be a huge thank you to all of you who are watching this video right now. We recently hit another major milestone on the channel, and that's reaching 5,000 subscribers. I sincerely want to give you all my thanks because it really does mean a lot to me and never did I think this channel would be hitting 5K so fast. If it weren't for all your constant feedback, support, and help, this channel would not be where it is right now. I know at times I haven't been as consistent when it comes to uploading videos, but I really am working on fixing that and I hope you're starting to see some of that progress lately. It's been a fantastic journey so far, and there's much more to come. Not only have I enjoyed making the content you're watching here right now, but also just being a part of the community at large and talking with you all. Honestly, the support I've gotten with this channel is still pretty unreal to me, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This has been Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything cloud gaming related. The Gen S community is officially over 5,000 strong and growing by the day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.